Billingsgate welcomes a record breaker from Aberdeen, the biggest sturgeon the Scottish port has ever landed. It almost starts a traffic jam, for it's over 10 feet long and weighs nearly a third of a ton. Caught by the trawler Ben-Uri, it fetches 131 pounds, 10 shillings. Makes you think, doesn't it? Fancy wasting all that lovely fish on a Soho restaurant. Talking of restaurants, this one in Nuremberg has a very unusual pet, a squirrel. He's popular with the customers, and after a few drinks, he gets higher than a kite. In fact, you never know where he's going to turn up next. A friendly little chap, but easily offended. Only mention the name tree rat and he'll go into a sulk for hours. It's not often an 80-foot seagoing boat gets a piggyback, but it can happen. Built in Kent for a Middle East petroleum company, the tug Gerada is hoisted out of the water at Millwall Dock alongside the vessel Dustman, which will carry her to the Persian Gulf. It's a tricky operation, for the Gerada weighs nearly 147 tons, and the giant crane's rated maximum is 150. The Nagaristan is one of the few vessels which can cross the high seas in safety with such a bulky cargo secured to her deck. Thanks to her, the Gerada will soon be at work handling the huge tankers which bring to Britain the lifeblood of our transport and industry. Frank Gunnell of Worcester believes a dustman's job, a refuse collector's job isn't so dusty if you keep fit, by getting away from the dump when the day is over and filling your lungs with fresh air. And you won't find fresh air, says Frank, in a street full of houses. So Frank Gunnell built his own house on the banks of the River Team, and he built it in a tree. It's only 4 feet wide by 6 feet long, but he's lived in it for 27 of his 45 years, and he wouldn't swap it for a palace. It's only a few yards from the house to the river. And in case you think Frank is a hermit who has cut himself off from humanity, you might like to know that in those 27 years, he's saved 14 lives along that stretch of water and has just received his second award from the Royal Humane Society. This is my happiness, says Frank. Can you blame me for never wanting to leave it?